Let's understand mutual funds in this 7-part series. We will first begin with why mutual funds are an important aspect of investment decision. Have a look at this slide to understand better. We just went through the most widely used investment instruments in India. So what's your take? Fixed income instruments are the safest forms of investment, having just about moderate returns over long term. On the other hand, direct equities have very erratic returns, but as they say, higher the risk, higher the returns. Gold has no assured returns in short term, but gives a sustained growth over long term. Mutual funds are the only investment products with considerably good returns at moderate risk. One just cannot ignore them while framing their investment. Now that you have understood the importance of a mutual fund, let us learn a little more about it. I'm sure the diagram explains everything. Mutual fund is nothing but pooling in money from people, termed as unit holders, in lieu of units. The fund is professionally managed by experts and the money pooled is invested in multiple stocks. Any gains or losses arising from the same are reflected in the form of daily NAV. Any mutual fund is driven by its NAV. This slide explains the term in detail. Isn't it easy? Net asset value is derived by dividing net assets with total units. As you can see, the fund value of 1000 rupees is comprising of 4 stocks A, B, C and D. The fluctuation in each stock is having a direct impact on NAV. NAV for day 1 comes to 11.4 due to increase in all the stocks, whereas there is a fall in day 2 due to corresponding fall in those stocks. Let us now go through some of the advantages of mutual funds. As highlighted above, mutual funds have a higher rate of return as compared to fixed income instruments and a lesser risk and volatility when compared with equities. Let's go through some of the mutual fund themes available in the market. As you can see, there are funds which are either based on the size of the company or are sector specific, that is banking, pharma and so on. These sector-based funds only invest in companies in that particular sector. The risk associated with large cap funds is much lower than that of a small cap fund. Want to identify an appropriate fund to invest? This slide might help you. It's self-explanatory, isn't it? Some of the factors which can be considered while deciding a mutual fund are credit rating, risk appetite, historical rate of return, and the underlying purpose of investment, which can be retirement, education, etc. As we come to the last section of this series, let's have a look at some scenarios which may simplify your decision making. As highlighted in the slide, people with a higher risk appetite and short-term goals can consider small cap funds, whereas others may opt for large cap and diversified funds. Those who have some investment knowledge may also consider sector-specific funds. This marks the end of the pack. We hope you liked it and have understood a little more about mutual funds. Keep watching and keep learning.